Parliament on Wednesday approved clauses under the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Control Bill, which outlaws dealings in drugs including cat, which is a major income earner for residents of Butambala. Effecting of the ban, although with exceptions for those licensed, shall take effect provided the bill becomes law. Tougher penalties for contravention could see a convict pay 1 billion shillings in fines, face up to 10 years in jail, or both. Additionally, approved clauses now provide for attachment of the properties of a person convicted of dealing in drugs.
Where a person is convicted of a specified offense under this Act, the Attorney General may, after conviction, apply to the High Court for an order to forfeit to the state any property owned by the convicted person that is ascertained to be proceeds of a crime under this Act.
There was debate on whether a convict could serve both the prison sentence and also have their property forfeited.
Dealing in drugs entails cartels. It's not about one man, as if it's selling of a shop. No, it's either a father and a group of more others. I would think this law taking away the money from the dealer would also limit the cartel members from participating in the trade.
The person can be convicted and the property can also be attached. That makes a person to be very much aware that if I do this, this is going to happen.
People have gone to prison, but they're still operating their businesses in prison. We've seen cartels continue to operate because the person still has the funds in the account. So their intention is to cut off the whole cycle of the cartels itself.
Proceeds of the forfeited properties shall be held under the National Fund for Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control proposed for establishment by the bill. This was deemed necessary to enable private individuals with claims of the properties of the convicted person to receive what is due to them.
You're taking the person to prison to rehabilitate them, but there are lives that you've destroyed that need to be rehabilitated, and there's a financing cost for that. And we've said that this money goes into the consolidated fund. So it is financing the rehabilitation of the lives that have been destroyed.
Now, if I make a claim because your dealings destroyed my family and I want to be compensated, but you're saying everything goes to the consolidated fund, how will I get my claim? So since we retained 41, 42 and 43 need to be retained the way they are in order to rhyme.
Those who aid the transfer of the proceeds of the crime are liable to a 5-year imprisonment upon conviction. An opportunity is presented in the approved clauses for establishment of more treatment and rehabilitation centers with powers accorded to the minister responsible for health to designate the facilities. MP for Aru South, Christopher Komakech, told the lawmakers that Butabika Referral Hospital is the only fully fledged facility for the provision of the services, but faces immense pressure over the increased numbers of persons with substance use disorder. Parliament is reconsidering the bill for a second time after the previous one was struck down by the Constitutional Court in May on grounds that it was passed without quorum. Chances are high that it could be passed next Tuesday.
This bill is very, very critical. We have to finish it so that the drug dealers do not have a field day. Okay? House adjourned to Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Jackson Onyango, NTV at Parliament.